Welcome to Langara's Social Service Worker Certificate Program Information Session. My name is Dr. Janet Douglas, and I'm Chair of the Department of Social Services. I hope you're all doing well with these changing times. We're doing our best to continue to get information out to prospective students about our program. I'll spend the next few minutes providing an overview of our certificate program, the curriculum, employment opportunities, transferability to degree programs, and our admission procedures. At the end of the presentation, you'll find my contact information, so you can get in touch with me if you have any questions that weren't answered during this session. There are 5 faculty in our program, all of whom are registered social workers with the BC College of Social Workers. We come from a variety of social work backgrounds, and all of us have extensive experience working in communities and bringing those experiences into the classroom. We feel that this is one of the strengths of our program, that we're able to connect classroom teaching and theory to the real-life, hands-on experiences of the job. Our certificate is 9 months long, running from September till the end of May. Our website is a bit unclear about intake times, but the certificate only starts in September. That said, students can enter Langara in any semester and take courses towards their diploma or support courses that are part of the certificate. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Students receive 42 credits for the certificate. Our coordinated diploma is the certificate plus an additional 30 credits, which is 10 university transfer courses. Credits can be transferred from another institution, but the last 40% of any Langara credential must be earned at Langara. Our program operates on a full-time cohort model. What this means is that all students attend all their classes together, they see each other every day, and we see you every day. The only provisions for part-time attendance in the program is for those students who are registered with accessibility services. If you have a disability and need supports, please contact us and we'll help you make arrangements to get an accommodation. Langara has a financial aid department for those of you who would need financial supports to come back to school. The supports can take the form of student loans, scholarships, bursaries, or government grants. And you can start making applications for financial aid before you're accepted into the program. The last thing I want to mention here is that once students are accepted into our program, they need to get a criminal record check, a CRC, through the Attorney General. This is a specific criminal record check for working with children and vulnerable adults, and it's a requirement of the college. Once you're accepted into the program, the college will send you the information on how to go about getting this done. And it's important that it's completed as soon as possible so it doesn't interfere with the practicum placements. If there's something in your past that makes you worried about getting a criminal record check, please feel free to talk to any of the faculty in private, and we can maybe provide you some guidance around whether we think it would be a problem or ways that you can go about dealing with it. Okay, I want to move on now to talk about our curriculum. The certificate program is taught along the lines of a social work degree curriculum, and we have academic, experiential, and support courses. As you can see from the list of courses on this slide, it's a heavy workload, but not all courses are created equal. The first 3 courses, History and Philosophy of Social Work, Social Problems, and Community Practice Skills, are academic courses that are similar to courses you may have taken at college or university in the past. They have lectures and discussions, there will be papers, midterms, final exams, very much structured like the university transfer courses. The next course, Social Work Methods 1, is the course where you learn the work of doing social service work. So this is the course where you learn how to interview, demonstrate empathy, and develop listening skills. We do a lot of small group work and role plays and practice the work that you will be doing in the field when you graduate. The next course, Integrated Experiential Learning 1, is what we refer to as our Thursday course. Thursdays are a mixture of workshops, field trips, guest speakers, and panels. It's also the day where faculty do the work that they need to do with you, work involving practicum, reviewing assignments. It's a course that it's important for networking and for starting to establish yourself in the field of social service work. There is a practicum in Term 1 that starts after the Thanksgiving long weekend and continues until the end of classes early December. Faculty start interviewing students in September regarding their areas of interests and strengths, and faculty organize the practicums for students. The practicums take place on Tuesdays for 4 to 5 hours each week. Finally, in Term 1, there are 2 support courses that need to be taken for the certificate: English 1127 or English 1128, and Psychology 1115. The support courses are the only courses that can be taken before, during, or after the certificate. Our SSRV courses are offered Mondays and Wednesdays from 10:30 to 3:30, and Fridays 9:30 to 4:30. Tuesdays are set aside for practicum, and Thursdays are scheduled differently each week depending on the events of the day. It is expected that students are available on Thursdays between 8:30 and 4:30. For those students taking English and Psychology, there are sections available in the 8:30 time slots on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Continuing on with Term 2, you can see again the 6 courses. The first 3 are the academics, social policy, family and society, and responding to trauma. Social Service Methods 2 is a continuation of the interviewing skills class from Term 1. Students keep working on their interviewing skills, and we start to introduce some theories and methods such as conflict resolution, motivational interviewing, cognitive behavioral therapy, and solution-focused interviewing skills. Integrated Experiential Learning 2, which is Thursdays again, builds on the learning from the first term and continues with workshops, presentations, and field trips. There is also a major group project in the spring term that is a part of the grade of the Thursday class. When students returning classes in January after the Christmas break, they will return to their Tuesday placements that they started in the fall and continue in that agency until early April when classes end. After the exam period, usually around the 3rd week of April, students will start a 5-week full-time block placement that will run until the end of May. Faculty meet with students throughout the spring term to plan and organize these placements. Students are usually required to have an interview with the agency prior to being accepted for the block placement. As in the fall, there are 2 support courses in the spring: English 1129 or 1130, and Psychology 1215. Again, there are 8:30 time slots set aside in the schedule, and these courses can be taken before, during, or after the certificate. We recognize that this curriculum is demanding, not just in terms of the amount of academic work that is required of our students, but also the nature of the work we do is about sensitive topics and trauma. While we do talk about self-care and encourage students to practice it, we also ask that applicants reflect on their own strengths and challenges and ensure that they are adequately prepared to do the work and be successful. For students who are new to post-secondary or maybe returning after a lengthy absence, it is always an option to start part-time at Langara and work on the support courses or other courses towards the diploma, and then start the full-time certificate the following year. As always, we're available to talk about options and ways to maximize your academic success. Now I'll talk a little bit about employment, which I know is really one of the key things that you're all interested in. Our graduates find work in frontline, entry-level positions in a broad range of social service worker agencies. These are primarily the same agencies where our students have done their practicum placements. Our graduates work in all sectors, including agencies that serve women, youth, children, First Nations agencies, agencies that support immigration and refugees, senior services, and agencies that provide services for persons with disability. Agencies such as neighborhood houses provide services to a wide range of people living in the community and are excellent places to start work. There are also a number of agencies who work with persons who are homeless and experiencing mental health and addictions issues. Wages for our graduates vary and in part depend on the size of the agency and whether they're unionized. There are opportunities for advancement within most agencies, and it is not unusual for us to see our graduates in leadership positions. Many of our grads supervise our current students, and some are invited to be guest speakers to our classes. It used to be years ago that career programs were not transferable to any university and could not be used towards a degree program. Luckily for us, degree-granting institutions recognize the valuable social work foundation that our students gain from our certificate and diploma programs. Most universities in BC accept our diploma as full or partial admission into third year, which is where a Bachelor of Social Work education begins. There are 2 prerequisite social work preparatory courses for admission into BC Bachelor of Social Work programs. However, students who complete our certificate do not need to complete those courses. These courses are often referred to as 200A and 200B, or 200 and 201. At Langara, they are SSRV 2000 and 2001. Langara does offer these courses, but they are for students who are not enrolled in our certificate program. We do have a block transfer agreement with a number of universities, which means they will accept our diploma as fulfilling the entire first 2 years and admit our grads into third year. These agreements exist with UNBC, which has been offering their VSW program at the Langara campus, and NVIT, which has a campus in Burnaby. It's always important to check with the receiving institution to find out which Langara credentials they will accept. Other institutions also set out other specific prerequisite courses, so if you're considering a BSW at some point in the future, it is important to choose your diploma courses carefully. Again, this is something faculty in our program can discuss with you in more detail. Okay, I want to talk for a minute or so about admissions. There are 2 application forms for the social service worker program. The first is an application to the college, which you have to fill out even if you're already a student here, except that you won't have to pay the fee again. The second is a supplemental application form for the program, and you can find this application form online. There's a link on our website. Applicants must also meet the English requirement, which can be done in a number of ways. All of these are listed on the website and include the Langara English test, the LPI, university level English courses, high school English with 70%, or some of the English preparatory courses that we offer. Please note that we do not accept IELTS. Another admission requirement is that you have attended college or university and have a university transfer course with a grade point average of 2.0 or higher. We want you to have been to college. We want you to be able to demonstrate that you're capable of doing the work. If you've not yet met the requirement, we encourage you to enroll at Langara and take courses towards your diploma or the support courses for the certificate and apply for the program the following year. We also require 2 letters of reference, one of which must indicate that you've completed 40 to 60 hours or more of volunteered or paid work in the social services. The second letter can be a personal reference, but not from a member of your family. The last admission requirement is an interview with one of our faculty. We will go over your documents, answer any questions that you have about the program, and talk about ways to ensure your successful completion. You do not need to have all the admission requirements completed before you apply to the program, and in fact, I encourage you to apply sooner than later. You do, however, need to have applied before we will be able to interview you. Okay, so finally, I've included my contact information here for you if you have any questions after reviewing this session and our websites, or if you want to set up a time for an interview once you've applied. All faculty in the program are involved in admissions, so you may get an email back from me or from one of my colleagues. I want to thank you again for taking the time to review our information session presentation, and I hope to see you soon in the classroom. Take care.